Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. Sorry we haven't posted a video lately. I've been super busy training Kaiser, as Kaiser will be placed with his partner in 2 weeks, so yay! We're so excited. Kaiser and I are going on a 6-day trip tomorrow with our friends, and we are super excited. And I wanted to make this video to kind of show you what we pack on our trips and what is best to take with Kaiser as a service dog. So here we go. This is Kaiser's backpack. I tend to like to have him have his own backpack because he's got a lot of gear that we take with us and it's just not enough room to fit in my suitcase. But anyway, so this is his backpack. It's just an old backpack of mine that I used to use for school, but it fits all his gear and stuff that we take, and it's perfect for it. So he gets to use an old backpack of mine. There's a lot of stuff in here that we might not actually need, but I figured I would pack it anyway because it is something that I do tend to take with me, and so I figured I'll put it in the video and let you guys see anyway. So, alright, so on the outside of his backpack, I like to have this little poop bag dispenser because it's super cute and it's in the shape of a dog bone. It's kind of hard to see, but I got it from Royal Canine or Royal Canin, whatever it's called. And so I just like to have it with me on the outside of his backpack just in case we pull over off the side of the road or I take the backpack with me. We always have the poop bag. So in this small pocket here, we have an extra clicker. I like to take an extra clicker with me because if for some reason he ends up developing a fear issue or he's just having one of his days where he doesn't want to listen, and I end up losing the clicker that I use normally, I always have an extra one, and it works great for that reason. I have a collapsible either food or water dish. I tend to use this as a water dish, so when we go out places like restaurants or we go to the beach in California, I always like to have this with me just so that I am able to give him water from a bowl that he is used to, and we don't have to worry about it being gross or contaminated with anything that might cause harm to him or that he just might not like the smell of. So an extra water dish or an extra food dish I highly recommend bringing with you on your extra poop bags. We are only going on the trip for 6 days, and I have poop bags to last me about a month or a month and a half, but I always like to have extra poop bags because you never know when you're going to need them. And you can also use them for other things other than dog poop. You can use them to put items in, you can use them to, pick up anything contaminated or anything gross. So I always like to have at least one extra roll with me on a trip that I go on with Kaiser. And then tissues for me, because I like having tissues and you never know when you need them for him. Sunscreen, because we might be going to the beach or anything like that. Headphones for me. This pocket's pretty much just for me. I like to have an extra copy of the ADA law just in case we come up with any problems. I am able to direct them about what the law is regarding service dogs. Extra poop bags, a few pens, and some random pieces of paper. Okay, the big pocket. So like I said, I like to have this little poop bag dispenser on because it's super cute, easy to grip and open, and voila, the magic backpack is open. Okay, so like I said, a bunch of this stuff you guys might find that it's not useful, but for me and Kaiser it's super useful. So in here we have a measuring cup, and the reason I bring a measuring cup with me is because I'm really precise on how much food he eats, and I love to make sure that he's getting that amount all the time. I don't want him to become overweight or underweight, so this is a great way to be able to monitor the food that he's. It's always good to have an extra leash. So I have this leash, and this is actually a Kona leash, and we just got it. Excuse me. And I like it for the purpose of having it as an extra leash. It's not my favorite leash that I spent money on, but it's definitely good and useful for if his usual leash breaks, we always have it. So always bring an extra leash. You never know when you need them, and trust me, some days you'll be lucky you have it. Same thing with collars. Always have an extra collar on you in case the one that your dog is wearing breaks for some bizarre reason. This collar is actually really cool because a friend of mine made it for us, and my favorite idol is Adam Levine, so it has Adam Levine on the collar. Kaiser's gotta represent, yo. I always bring my treat pouch with me, and he doesn't get treats for everything, but I always like to have it with me just in case. Sorry. Just in case he does decide to have a rough day or a hard day, we do have treats on us. And in this pocket here is the main clicker we use. So like I mentioned before, always bring an extra clicker. And on this side is his tug, and he uses this to get my attention when he wants to notify that blood sugar changes are happening. So always make sure you bring your treat pouch with you. Trust me, it'll save you from so many things if your dog is having a rough day. And because we are going for 6 days, I do want to be able to keep up the grooming that I do on Kaiser. So I'm bringing his Furminator, and I usually just Furminate him every other day for a good 10 to 15 minutes. And I really like the Furminator. It really does get all his hair out, and it just does wonders. So I am taking our Furminator with us. That way I can keep up with the chew toy. It's super important that you do bring something to occupy your dog when you are in a hotel or just hanging out. Kaiser loves these little deer antlers, so I'm making sure to bring his so that when we are in the hotel, he has something to do besides wander around and be bored. So super important, bring a toy that your dog absolutely loves. Trust me, you won't regret bringing it. His harness. Definitely want to bring his harness. He can work on a flat collar, but I love how he works on a harness. So this is one of our big things that we always make sure we have with us is his harness. And this is actually a rough wear harness. So this part sits on top of the dog. This part goes under so that this is sitting on his chest. And I clip my leash on his chest. So we always make sure we have our harness, and it is definitely a lifesaver every day. His service dog jacket. Now, service dogs don't legally have to wear anything that marks them as a service dog, but I find that it works best to have them marked, so we make sure we bring our service dog jacket. So it does have Power Paws logo on both sides, and it does have service dog on both sides, which is great. And then up top here, it has the ADA laws regarding service dogs. And in the back, I just have these additional information cards about service dogs. I don't ever really have to use them, but just in case I have them. And then in the front, we have the no touch, no talk working service dog. I find that it does work most of the time. I have noticed that it doesn't work as well as I was hoping it would when I got it, but for the most part, it does work. You know, it works really well with kids, so it does work. So always make sure, if it's up to you guys, but I always make sure I have my service dog jacket with Kaiser's leash. This is our main leash that we use when we go out or when we do anything and I want him on leash. And the reason I like this leash is because it's leather, so it's really easy to hold on to. And it also has 2 different lengths. So it has this length, which is really nice when I want to keep him closer to me. And then it actually has a longer length for when we work longer distance and I don't need him as close. So I always make sure we have our main leash with us, and like I showed you before, always make sure you have a spare leash just in case your main leash does break. Okay, because we are going to the beach, I 100% trust Kaiser. I 100% trust that he will come back to me when I recall him. I 100% trust my dog. I am bringing a long line lead to have him on only because I do worry that there may be other dogs that could come and interfere with him, and this way I have a hold of him at all times. And yeah, it's just pretty much precaution of other dogs, not of him, because I do trust him. I do trust he would listen to me when I recalled him. It's just an extra precaution. So I always make sure I have my long line leash with me, and it does come in handy. Trust me. I don't know where exactly we're gonna be in California the whole time we're there. And I don't know what the weather's gonna be like. I don't know if it's gonna be hot, cool, rain, wind, sand. I mean, I just don't know. So because of that, I always make sure I bring boots with me just in case. And these boots are actually a friend of ours, but they look like this. I'm not sure what brand they are. They're called CE Equipment boots, and they seem to be really good boots. So I always make sure I have boots with me just in case we end up in a place where it is too hot or too cold, or the gravel is just too hard on his feet. I always make sure I have them with me. So boots are always a good thing to bring for you. Like I said before, I don't always give him treats when he's working. He doesn't need them all anymore. I just like to have them just in case we come up across something or he gets scared of something. I always have them. So I'm taking these canine carry-out treats with us. Yes, I am going to take the whole bag. And like I said, it's just a good precaution to have, or if I just want to reward him for having a good day, I like to have the treats with me. And last but certainly not least, food and food dish. So this is what his food dish looks like. It's just a metal bowl. It does have teeth marks on it because I do have him pick it up and give it to me so that he has good practice with that. So it's always good to bring a food dish for them. And then dog food. So he really only gets about 1.5 cups of dog food for breakfast and dinner because I don't want him too overweight. So I packed extra dog food just in case. You never know if you end up spending a few more nights somewhere or if your car breaks down. It's always good to have some extra kibble with you just in case. You never know, and you might end up needing it, or if you just want to be nice and feed it to your dog because, well, it's your dog. So, you know, always bring extra kibble and a food bowl with you on every trip you go on with your puppy. Alright guys, well that's all I had for you today. I hope this video was helpful or useful in any way, and if it is, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and like and subscribe down below. Make sure you comment on what you want to see the next video to be about, and Kaiser and I hope you all have a great day. Bye!